What is going on, guys? Tonight we are indoors. It is nighttime. It is November 8th, I think. But we have Tropical Storm ETA inbound. She's supposed to turn into a hurricane when she goes through the Florida Keys. Starting to feel some wind, probably like 25-30 mile an hour wind right now with some gusts, a little bit of rain. Nothing too bad. She was forecast to be a little bit stronger when she hit here, more of a direct impact, but thank God she turned southbound and weakened as she got closer. But anyhow, I'm in here to show you how to do a few different knots. We're gonna start off with the FG knot, and then I'm gonna show you how I like to attach lures with two different knots. We'll show you those knots in a second. Before we get into the knot tying, I'd like to give a couple shout outs. First one is to DEADFISHHOOK for supplying me with all my attire that I use in my videos. These SPF shirts help protect you in that Florida sun. The UV down here is very intense, so these shirts definitely help protect you in the element. And I like to show my promo code JerseyNFL right here. It is all lowercase, unlike my YouTube name. It is all lowercase JerseyNFL, and you'll receive a one-time 10% off discount on your final purchase at checkout. Next company I like to give a big shout out to is Bull Bay Rods. They supplied me with this amazing cork hat, really cool, stylish hat, and I like to give them a huge shout out for these rods that they supply me that I use in my videos. This is their LMG rod. It is a 15 to 30 pound, 7'6". Check out these Evo and cork grips. How cool is that? Such cool grips on these guys here. Really neat reel seats on these rods. I just got my Shimano SOX DC reel. Absolutely amazing reel. Love the sound these DC reel makes. Actually, that sound is from a digital chip, hence the name DC, that helps control the speed of the spool when you cast. Really awesome for amateurs and pros alike. So huge shout out for Shimano for making reels like this. First knot we're gonna get into tonight is the FG knot. I have 30 pound, I believe, 30 pound Invisibraid made by Spiderwire. Absolutely love this braid. This is the only braid I've been using the past couple of years down here in Florida. And we will be using 30 pound GT fluorocarbon made by UPro. Absolutely amazing fluorocarbon. Softer than other companies' fluorocarbon, easy to tie, and works just as well. And the whole reason behind the FG knot is it is a wind-on knot. It can go through your guides on your rod with ease without clank, clank, clank all the way down and giving you short casts when you go to cast out. I also like to use really long leaders. I use 12 to 15 foot leaders. The more the merrier in my opinion. If you were to hook into a snook in the mangroves, that snook immediately goes back into those mangrove roots, or if snook under a dock, that snook will go directly around those pilings, try to break you off. So you definitely need some sort of leader on there, and that's why I like to do 12 to 15 feet. So if that snook decides to wrap around the branches or dock pilings a few times, I still have half a chance of actually pulling her back out and landing her. So we'll get into the knot right now. So the first step with this knot is giving yourself a lot of tension with your braid. If you have too much slack, the knot will just pull right through. So you need some tension on it. So I actually have my rod laid against my living room table, and the tip is right here. I'll show you how the knot is done right now. Put the braid in your mouth to provide extra tension and sit back a little bit. Next step is to take your fluorocarbon leader, lay it across your braid, just like so, and you're gonna go under the end facing you first. That. Next step is you're gonna take your fluorocarbon and go under the braid on the opposite side and pull tight, just like so. And you're gonna continue that about 20 times. Now we have 20 wraps with our fluorocarbon and braid. The finishing step to lock in these knots, you see how I'm squeezing that wrap that I just did? If I was to let go of this, all that would undo. So the finishing thing you want to do is to do a half hitch around your leader and your braid. So I like to join my leader up against my braid just like so. You're going to take the tag end of your braid and you're going to go around both the fluorocarbon and the braid and just create a simple overhand knot just like that. And now that knot, that wrap right there is locked into place. Secondly, what I'm going to do is wrap that braid around the other side of the leader and the braid. Just like so, just like that. I wrap my hand around my leader, I wrap my hand around my braid, and I pull tight, just like that. Pull as hard as you can. You still have a large tag end on your leader. Just take a pair of scissors or something. Just like that. And now we still have the tag end of the braid. I'm actually going to do 4 overhand knots, one this way, one that way, one this way, and one that way. And what that really does is, besides help securing your knot a little bit more, that little bit of a tag end that's exposed, those braid knots, those overhand knots rather, will help cover up that little bit of a tag end. Leader knot reels down nice and smooth down the guides of your rod onto your reel without any clanking, and you don't have any short casts when you go to cast back out. We're gonna do overhand knots 4 times, 1 on each side, or 2 on each side. Okay, so that's 4 overhand knots on top of that little bit of leader line that was left exposed. Now it's nice and smooth, so you shouldn't have any problems reeling that leader onto your spool or casting it back out. Now we still have this braid tag end, and you're simply just going to cut that off. Just like that. You're going to have a little bit of a braid spur there, but that's no big deal. And like I said, I like to use 12 to 15 foot leaders, so I'm going to pull off just about that amount. Pulled off about 15 foot or so. So I'm also going to show you 2 knots of how I like to attach lures. I have this chatterbait here with this 3.75 inch Wyze tackle Bambino. I'll leave their link in the description down below. Great lures, always use Wyze tackle. But anyhow, first knot I'm going to show you is the loop knot. First thing you want to do with your leader is create a simple overhand knot, just like that. Close it down a little bit, not all the way though. And then you're going to go through the eyelet of your lure, just like that. Bring that overhand knot right to the eyelet. Now what you're going to do with your tag end of your leader is wrap around the fluorocarbon 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now you're going to take your tag end and go back into that overhand knot that you made before. Just like that. And now you're going to pull tight. Pull tight on it. Alright. And now you're going to cut your tag end. And that is a loop knot right there. Second knot we're going to do is a uni knot. The uni knot is a very universal knot to all aspects of fishing, whether it be splicing 2 lines together, whether it be mono to mono, fluoro to fluoro, fluoro to mono, braid to fluoro, braid to mono, etc., or tying on a lure hook. It is a great knot, a universal knot in fishing, one that you could use in every aspect. So I'll show you how that goes. You put your tag end of your leader right through the eyelet of the lure or the hook. Give yourself a little generous amount. Now you're going to parallel your main leader line and your tag line right here, just like so. Parallel them just like that. You're going to make a loop with your tag end, okay? And now the next step is to take your tag end and wrap around your main leader and the other part of the tag. And you're gonna go in and out of that loop you just made 4 or 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what you're gonna do is pull your tag end tight, just like that. And your knot is still way up here. You want your knot down by your eyelet. So all you're gonna do is simply pull your knot down to your eyelet, just like that. Now you wanna tighten on the knot to secure it all the way. Give it a little bit of lubrication. And then what I like to do is use my teeth and pull in a tag in to tighten it, and pull also on the main leader line. And then now pull up on the main leader line, and that knot will secure right to the eyelet of your lure or hook. Again, cut the tag end, leave a little bit of the tag end, just like so. So those are the 3 knots I like to use when I go fishing around mangroves and dock lines for snook, redfish, tarpon, and jacks. The FG knot can be a little bit difficult, but do it a few times and I guarantee it'll be your most favorite knot that you ever learned. And the loop knot is definitely the most simple knot for tying on a hook or a lure super quick. And that uni knot is a super reliable knot that is used in all aspects of fishing. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.